Hello YouTube, this is Michael Jr. 91 here to give you guys another Story Mode Wednesday. Today the game is The Evil Within, and just to let you guys know that, or to tell you guys beforehand that I will be dying a lot in this game, in this little clip that I'm about to show you guys for my story mode. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. I think like the first 30 seconds to a minute and a half, I've died like 3 times just trying to just do stuff and not realizing what's going on. But besides that, let's get into the story. And we all know that the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, was just here. So I figured that I give a story of mine about what happened one of my Christmases and New Year's and how I was never invited over to my grandparents' house. So I'm going to start off by saying that my grandparents, they lived in Charleston, South Carolina. So my family and I, we took a vacation up and we drove through a whole bunch of states, through like Florida and South Carolina and stuff like that, just to see family. And so the last stop was South Carolina. And so we're there for Christmas, and I started not feeling well around in the afternoon. We had this party around like 5 or 6 that we're meeting a whole bunch of family that we've never met. Well, I should say that my siblings have never met before, but my parents have. So we're meeting a whole bunch of aunts, uncles, and cousins and stuff. So while this is all going on, the party's almost about to start around, or not about to start, we're getting ready for the party, I should say. I let my mom know that, hey, I'm not feeling well, I feel like I'm about to throw up and stuff. And she goes, okay, go get some 7-Up, go drink some 7-Up and go lay down in the bed. And I was like, all right, no problem, too easy. So I go drink 7-Up, I go to sleep in the bed, I go upstairs, go to sleep in the bed, wake up around the party time around 5:30, 6 o'clock. And, just to let you know too, YouTube, that this is when I was 10 or 11 years old. So this was 11 years ago, and I still remember this. So I wake up and I go down and, let my mom know that, I'm feeling better and I don't feel like I gotta throw up anymore. And she goes, okay, well, she starts walking me around this is your cousin so-and-so, your uncle so-and-so, your aunt so-and-so. And she basically just just get to know everybody, hang out, have a good time. And I'm like, all right, no problem, too easy. So while this is going on, I'm talking to one of my cousins, and we're talking about video games and stuff that's popular. I'm letting them know about this PlayStation 2 I got. What is it, the Game Boy Advance or some Game Boy that came out. I can't remember. I think it was the Game Boy Advance SP or just the regular Game Boy. But I got one of them for Christmas, so I'm letting them know that, yeah, I just got this for Christmas. And I would like to say somebody stole my Game Boy that Christmas night too, which I'm pissed about, but that's besides the fact. So I'm just telling them about all this stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, that's really cool. And then out of nowhere, I just start coughing, just and it's not I shouldn't say it wasn't like that, but it was a really bad cough, like you're choking on something. And he's like, hey man, you alright? You alright? And I'm like, yeah, I just don't know. And so I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. So I put my mouth between my forearm and my bicep, and I'm coughing. And then out of nowhere, I just throw up, just all over myself, all over the floor, all over the Christmas tree. And my mom's like, yo, what's going on? My grandparents start flipping out and stuff, saying, yo, what are you doing and stuff like that. My mom had to go and take my shirt off in front of everybody, embarrassing me in front of the Christmas party, and she tells me to go upstairs and everything like that. And everybody's just staring at me like, yo, what in the world are you doing? And so after my mom tells me to go upstairs, she comes upstairs with me, and she goes, what's going on? What were you doing? And I told my mom, I was like, I didn't honestly know that I was going to throw up. I was just coughing and stuff like that. I didn't know I was going to throw up. That's all I could say is I didn't know I was going to throw up. I was just coughing real bad. And she goes, oh, okay. Well, she's like, well, stay up here for a little bit until you feel better and stuff like that. And I was like, no, Mom, I feel better and stuff. And she goes, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I do feel better. I just need to sit down for a while. And she goes, all right. So I sat down for about 20, 30 minutes. And I finally came back downstairs, and I was like, hey, I'm feeling a lot better. And she goes, oh, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, you're not going to throw up again? And I was like, no, I'm not going to throw up again. So that was incident number 1. Incident number 2 is how I accidentally lit my pants on fire. So after that, she was like, all right, well, all the kids are downstairs playing and having a good time running around. And I'm like, okay. She's like, go downstairs with them. And I was like, okay. So I go downstairs, and I'm talking to, my cousins and stuff, trying to play it off cool and stuff, like nothing happened, because, I'm young, I'm a little embarrassed. So I'm trying to talk to my cousins and stuff like that. And in my parents' house, I mean, not in my parents' house, my grandparents' house, they had like these thick coil things. I don't know what they're called, but it was like used for like heating up rooms and stuff because they didn't have like air conditioning and heat. I don't know what they're called. Maybe somebody knows what they are and they just comment about it. But they had those things, and I didn't know that was on, like the heat thing was on. So I'm talking to my cousins, trying to be cool and stuff like that. And I had these pants, like I wouldn't say they're kind of like what do you call it? They're kind of like basketball pants, I guess. I guess you could say like basketball pants. I don't know how to explain it that well. But I had these pants on, and I just got these pants for Christmas. And so I'm talking to them, and I'm backing up, trying to get my cool guy stance, not knowing that this thing's on. So once I back up, my thighs are touching it, and I put my hand down, and I go, oh snap, and I burnt my hand. I'm like, oh, what in the world? And I look, and the backside of my pants is like a little bit on fire, and it starts melting and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh snap. So after I like get it out and everything like that, I'm just like, holy smokes. And I'm just like, oh gosh, like I just got these pants for Christmas. If my mom finds out I burnt these pants being stupid, she's gonna beat my ass. So how I played it off YouTube is after the night was over, at first I avoided all the adults in the area because I didn't want them to see my pants. But after the night was over, I quickly took my pants off and I threw them in the laundry basket. So when my mom did laundry, she, said, oh, look at your new pants. Why'd you wash them right now? The dryer burnt them. And I'm just like, yes. Which in reality, I was the one who burnt my pants and accidentally lit myself on fire. So that happened. Till this day, my mom still doesn't know about the pants. I mean, maybe she does now after watching this video. But that was incident number 2. And just to tell you, after that incident, YouTube, let's just say that was probably the last time I went. That actually was the last time I went to my grandparents' house. Like, I've never been to my grandparents' house after that Christmas. Like, there was a time where everybody went on this big family vacation for like a month, and I was the only one left back because they said, one, I was trained to become a manager at KFC, and they needed somebody to watch the house. But I kind of knew it was like, oh, you guys are going over to my grandparents' house. I messed up Christmas, and I'm no longer invited. So I kind of knew that, dang. And that was actually the last time I actually was in Charleston, South Carolina, too. So actually, that was the last time I was in South Carolina, period. And that last memory, or the last act of me, was lighting my pants on fire and throwing up all over the living room and all over the Christmas tree. So there's your story for this Wednesday, YouTube. Hopefully, kind of made you guys giggle or kind of wonder what the heck is wrong with me. I do like to say that I do apologize for not posting a lot of videos and stuff like that. I've actually, for some of you guys who don't know, I'm in the military, so I've been working on like schools and stuff like that, going to schools and just building my education up. In case there's a time where the military is like, okay, your service is no longer needed, or if I don't want to stay in. So I'm just trying to think about my future and get a good education while I can in the military. But a lot of that stuff's over now, so I'll be here posting a lot of videos. I'm not gonna promise you guys I'm gonna post a video every week or anything like that, because I don't want to build up any expectation and it doesn't happen. So just look forward to more videos, and I promise I'll put a lot of heart and stuff into it. Actually, I won't promise. I'm actually gonna put a lot more heart and effort into it, since I don't really have anything going on. But you guys enjoy your guys' day, night, and you guys have a good one. You guys can finish watching the rest of this clip. It's about another 4 or 5 minutes, and I do die like 3 more times in this clip. So you guys have a good one, YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, and share. Peace.
Got it. Let's go. much longer. Another moment. Just keep me covered. Let's go! Trap. You hold them off.
There's twice as many of them.
If you've got time to complain. Sebastian, let's go. Looks like we're out.